Good morning and welcome to Football League World TV. My name's Ned Holmes and today I'm joined by my colleague Chris Thorpe to discuss the 6 nominees for the Football League World Fans League One Player of the Month award for December. Chris, how are you doing this morning? I know it's been a little bit tough given it seems there's been so much football since the end of December, so sort of recalling our heads back, but how are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, not bad. You're right, it has been hard to get used to the sort of congestion, but you sort of get that always around this kind of year, even when COVID wasn't in the equation. So, yeah, it's been interesting, but no, looking forward to going into the nominees.
Absolutely. Well, the 6 nominees are Accrington defender Ross Sykes, Rotherham midfielder Demba Lasser, Plymouth midfielder Panuche Kamara, Sunderland midfielder Alex Pritchard, Oxford United striker Matty Taylor, and Shrewsbury Town forward Daniel Udo. To vote, simply click on the link in the description or head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards. The vote is open now and runs until 9 a.m. tomorrow, with the winner announced later that morning. Before we get started then and give you a quick run through on sort of why each nominee deserves your vote, just a reminder, please click the like button on this video and subscribe to Football League World TV on YouTube. And of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Well, Chris, we start with the only defender on this list, and that's Accrington's Ross Sykes. He aided the team, helped the team keep 3 clean sheets in December in what was a really impressive month for Accrington. But the 22-year-old, you know, he was a commanding presence at the back, and he's been vital for John Coleman's side this term, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Accrington seem to have this habit of picking up players either via their academy in Sykes' case or from the lower leagues and developing them. Obviously, they're not a club with the biggest budget, so they have to make it work by developing the players they do bring into the first team equation. And I think he's one of them that's really come on leaps and bounds recently. And obviously, keeping those clean sheets, I've always said it, no matter what team you are, the foundations of success are having clean sheets and keeping clean sheets. You know, I always refer to the Chelsea team that under Mourinho, they conceded like 15 goals or something over the course of the whole season. If you can keep clean sheets and keep the goals out of that end, you're going to be on the right track. So, you know, he's been key for them. And yeah, they'll be hoping that they can hold on to him because obviously he's only 22. I'm sure other clubs might be looking at him sooner rather than later.
Absolutely, an impressive season, but a particularly impressive December for Accrington centre-back Ross Sykes. And if you think he deserves to be named the Football League World Fans Player of the Month for League One in December, then click the link in the description below to vote, or head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. Of course, the vote's now open and runs until 9 a.m. tomorrow. The next player on our list, Chris, is someone that myself and you we've talked about a lot, really, and we've talked about a lot on Football League World TV. That Rotherham midfielder Demba Lasser. You know, we know all about his ability, really, don't we? But 4 goals and 13 key passes in December, and he sort of seemed to be picking up a lot of vital goals to help the Millers, you know, keep their momentum going and finish 2021 in the automatic promotion places. As I said, you know, we know about how well he can control games and how important he is to the way that Rotherham play. But by adding those goals to his game, has he really taken things to another level over the last month or so?
Yeah, definitely. I think every team kills for a midfielder who can come up with goals, and on a regular basis like he's doing, you know, it's absolutely vital, especially if you're a team like Rotherham who want to be bouncing back into the Championship at the first attempt. You know, also the key passes there, 13. It's a really, really, really big statistic for him, and it just shows that he's being creative and not sort of being restrained by his position. You know, as a midfielder, obviously you have several responsibilities, but he's obviously focusing more on the attacking side, and the Millers are you know, getting the rewards out of that. And I think they'll be hoping that it can continue. I'm not quite sure if he's in double figures just yet. He might be, but if he isn't yet, I'm sure he'll get to that stage by the end of the campaign.
Absolutely. So that's Rotherham midfield Demba Lasser, and if you think he deserves to be named the Football League World League One Fans Player of the Month award winner for December, then click the link in the description below or head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. December, obviously, a month of change for Plymouth Argyle, with Ryan Lowe taking the Preston job and Steven Schumacher sort of taking the wheel, if you will. He was aided by a strong finish, really, and he was aided by the ever-present Panuche Kamara, who's on our list. A goal and 2 assists for him, as well as that sort of non-stop work he seems to do out of the ball, which is so key to how they play. Chris, how lucky is Steven Schumacher to have someone like Kamara in the centre of the park?
Yeah, I think you always need those types of players in that area. I'd use the term athletic, but obviously every footballer ideally has to be athletic, unless you're Adebayo Akinfenwa at Wycombe. But Panuche Kamara is quality. Obviously, yeah, you look at the 2 stats there, 1 goal and 2 assists. That's what loads of people look at. But one thing I look at with him is progressive runs. He doesn't just pick the ball up and pass it. He'll drive forward with it as well and commit opposition players. And in turn, that creates space for his teammates. I think that's why he's so vital. And Michael Schumacher's a really lucky guy because he's inherited a great squad from Ryan Lowe.
Absolutely. So if you think Plymouth midfielder Panuche Kamara deserves to be named the Football League World Fans League One Player of the Month for December, then of course click the link in the description below. Head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. As I said before, the vote's open until 9 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll find out the winner later tomorrow morning. 14 points from 6 games in December for Sunderland, who really sort of cranked up their promotion push to finish top of League One at the end of 2022. And so a player that was really key to that, Chris, and someone that really seems to be finding their groove recently is summer signing Alex Pritchard. Obviously someone that, I guess struggled for a few seasons at Championship level to really rediscover the top form that we'd seen him play in the past. But ominous signs now, isn't it, for the rest of the division, that he looks sort of back to his best at the Stadium of Light?
Yeah, I think when you think of Pritchard, you'd be, prone to thinking about how good he was at Brentford all those years ago, it seems now. Obviously, not as long ago as many would think. But yeah, he's really found himself again at Sunderland. I'm not sure if it's the fact that he thrives on the bigger stage, more pressure. Maybe he's that kind of player. I know a lot of players do thrive on that. But he sort of put that, negative spell at Huddersfield behind him, and he's really starting to kick on now. And, he's a key player. He wasn't initially in the starting 11 at Sunderland, but he's managed to get himself in there. Obviously, very, very talented squad. Maybe the injuries have helped him because there's been a few injuries in the squad, looking more broader. But no, he's been excellent for them. And, he's living up to what a lot of us say about prime years of a player's career. He's playing some of the best football I've seen him play in ages.
Absolutely. Alex Pritchard sort of looked back to his best in December then, and if you think he deserves to be named the Football League World Fans League One Player of the Month for December, then head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards or click the link in the description below to cast your vote. We moved into the strikers then, Chris, and a player that certainly knows his way around a sort of a League One penalty box. Oxford United striker Matty Taylor, 4 goals and 6 key passes for him, and he really seems to be finding form after a slowish start to the season at the right time. It's really massive that he's back amongst the goals for Oxford and their promotion hopes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think consistency is always key with whoever you've got up front. Again, Oxford, another club that will be looking to get promoted this season. And he's one of the most, I'd say best strikers in the league, looking at it broadly. He's always consistent. I know maybe he's not hitting the numbers so far this season that many people would have expected, but if he's scoring, Oxford are playing well. It's simple as that. He's deadly, really, in around the 6-yard box, and that's why he's done so well there. I think Bristol City fans will wish that he'd done a bit better when he was there, right, Ned? But yeah, if you took him out of Oxford's team, I wouldn't see them as much of a threat at all, really.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it'll always be a legend for Bristol City fans for the switching Rovers for City, amongst other things. But yeah. Taylor, a constant nuisance, I think, for defenders in this league. Always picking up dangerous positions, and I think as well as the goals he scores, that helps create space for some of the other sort of bright attacking players that with 4 goals, 6 key passes in December. Deserves to be named the League One Player of the Month for that month. Then head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote, or click the link in the description below. Finally, then, Chris, we move on to the 6th nominee on the shortlist, and it's Shrewsbury Town forward Daniel Udoh. Obviously, you know, the 2021-22 campaign has not always been easy for the Shrews. A difficult period, not least because Steve Cottrell was out for so long, and obviously they've been struggling at the sort of the bottom end of the championship. But a strong December for them, and driven really by Daniel Udoh. 3 goals, 2 assists. Chris, he's 25, Udoh, but he seems to really be taking huge leaps and bounds at the moment. Is he someone that you feel, on the back of the last few months, has shown that he could have a really bright future in the EFL?
Yeah, I mean, you know, look at footballers in the grand scheme of things. A lot of people say, oh, you know, if you haven't made it by 25, then you haven't got much of a future in the game. But I always look at Jamie Vardy, look at what he did at Leicester at his age and what he still does now. Udoh, you know, he's taken a while to get going there. He's obviously going in a purple patch now. If he can keep on going between now and the end of the season, then there's no reason why he can't go on to bigger things. You know, it will depend on where Shrewsbury finish in the league, you know, but I'm sure he'll have interest either way if he keeps it up. You know, looking at his career overall since going there, he's only scored 19 in over 100 games. So it's not been great, but maybe he's making up for lost time now. And, you know, it could serve him well moving forwards, as I just said. So, yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see if he can keep it up for sure.
Absolutely. So that's Shrewsbury Town forward Daniel Udoh, who added 3 goals and 2 assists in December. And if you think, though, that performance deserves him to win the December League One Player of the Month award, then head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards, or click the link in the description to cast your vote. Well, of course, the vote is open now and runs until 9 AM tomorrow. And just finally, a quick run through the 6 nominees: Accrington defender Ross Sykes, Rotherham midfielder Dan Balassa, Plymouth midfielder Panuche Kamara, Sunderland midfielder Alex Pritchard, Oxford United striker Matty Taylor, and Shrewsbury Town forward Daniel Udoh. As I said many times, to vote, simply click the link in the description below, or head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards. And that's everything from me and Chris, but not everything from Football League World TV today. At 12:45 PM, George Douglas will be hosting the debate on which 4 teams will be relegated from League One this term. And then at 4 PM, you'll be in the capable hands of Alfie Burns for the debate on Middlesbrough's Premier League prospects under Chris Wilder. Well, Chris, that just leaves us to say thank you very much, and thanks everyone for watching.